Welcome back to the Rural Vermonter YouTube channel. I got another video for you guys today, and it's going to be another road trip one, so it should be fun. So right now, obviously, we're up in Vermont. We got a big old snowstorm. Cleared this entire driveway with the Kubota tractor there. Did all of this work. The tractor did, and my dad was the one who cleared it, not me. But we certainly have been hit with some snow here, and that makes it a little bit of a problem for the vehicle that we're taking on the road trip, which is this van here that I got at auction. So in my last video, I went up to the Thomas Hershak auction and I bought this van for $2,400. It's an 04 Toyota Sienna minivan. Coming up this following week, we're gonna be taking this on a road trip all the way down to South Carolina and then all the way back. So why am I taking the minivan on this road trip and not my truck here? Well, first of all, update on this truck. It's amazing. I love it. Probably one of my best purchases. I've driven it every day for the past couple of months and I've put over 5,000 miles on it. Love it. If you guys also want to update on the Audi, it's doing great. My sister's still driving all over the place. She put it into the ditch a couple of days ago. I'll show you a picture of that. Couldn't quite handle the power of the Audi and put it right in the ditch. But anyway, back to the van. Why am I taking this instead of my truck down or the Audi? Well, the answer is next week for me is spring break for college. So this is the spring break wagon. We're gonna shuttle like 6 dudes in here. It's gonna be loaded down and go meet up with some friends down in South Carolina, where we have a little, we all chipped in, rented a place for the week. So it's about a 12 to 14 hour drive, which isn't too bad. We'll switch around the drivers and hopefully everybody, you know, if there's 6 of us, we can all do like a 3-hour shift or something. But first thing we got to do is see if this thing still starts, take all that snow off of it, and then try to drive it out. Well, that was the first startup in a couple months and it fared right up, so good. Oh my God, was that a van or was that a Jeep? Couldn't tell the difference. Got a little van with a Mohawk. There's where she sat. Cleared for takeoff. So here's what we got, a $2,400 2004 Toyota Sienna minivan that I bought at an auction. Haven't driven it at all, pretty much. It's just been sitting where that truck is now. But hey, it's a Toyota, she'll go, right? Got an engine light on, we'll run that code, make sure it's not gonna stop us from getting to South Carolina. First thing I'm gonna do is check all the fluids. I'm kind of just in the mood to get in and drive and send it, but we'll do at least the bare minimum before, which includes a fluid check and then pump up the tires. And she got some nice purty oil in it, filled exactly to the correct level. She's got, ugh, it has coolant, but yeah, it's ugly. Battery, does it have a date on it? No, but it's got no corrosion, so that's a good thing. Any date on this thing? No date. Okay, well, battery will be good. Brake fluid, you want to have this. Oh yeah, correct level, looking good. Let's fire it up and check the tranny fluid. Purrs like a kitten. It sounds like the exhaust leak is from up front, so maybe the catalytic converter or something. It doesn't really sound like a muffler, which is not so good. Tranny fluid, perfect. It's at the cold level. Looks good too. See, this has a timing belt note on it. Awesome. Timing belt was last done at 115,000 miles, so we've got a long ways to go on it. That is what you want to see. Okay, let's see if we can read that code. Heater control circuit. Heater control circuit. Ah, we'll be fine. So basically this is just referring to the O2 sensor behind the catalytic converter. Makes sense because it sounds like we're leaking, you know, we have an exhaust leak from the catalytic converter, so I'm not concerned about it. We might just spend a tiny bit more on gas than we should have. And the last thing I did was I put wind in all 4 tires, so each one's at, you know, 35 psi around there. Should be good to go. Got the essentials packed, tools, jump pack, windshield washer fluid. Took it on a quick test spin and everything felt great. The van drives great. It's got a little clunk from the front end, but that should be all right. It'll make it. So I'm gonna drive it the 2.5 hours down to my college now, which is where my friends are. We'll pick them up. And then after that, I believe about 12 to 14 hours to Myrtle Beach. So successfully made it to campus. Got 21 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. Or, you know, it's okay. So like I showed you last night, I made it down to campus just fine, but I did a little walk around and we have got a major cancerous lump on this front tire here. I don't know if you can see how far that sticks out, but doesn't look good. So I came to the tire shop and we're gonna get that tire replaced real quick also. All right, and we got a brand new tire on here. Well, good early morning to you guys. It's 5:40-ish. Sun's coming up behind me on my college campus. It's looking very pretty out. We'll grab the van, start it up, and then introduce you to the gang who's coming on the trip with me. We're loading her up. These are 3 of the dudes coming. They showed up, but then we gotta also drive and pick up 2 more at a house down the road. Here is the college house where the other dudes live. Pick them up and get her going. So we're waiting for the other people to come. They're a little behind schedule, but right now in the car, you guys already know Alex. We got him back. He's gonna do the first driving shift. Back here, this is the guy who sold me the Thunderbird back over the summer. And then over here, we got Benjamin. And then we're just waiting on the 2 slowpokes who are still in the house. So they finally came like 12 minutes late. I don't know what they were doing, but back there, I don't think you guys have met either of them before. We got Josh and Nate.
Well, show me in the boat video.
Oh yeah, Nate was in the boat video. Hey, we got a full van. We're gonna go drive down to South Carolina, meet with the girls who are coming. All right, we're 10 minutes away from our first stop in Westport, Connecticut, which is where we're grabbing breakfast. We got 0 miles till empty, and 5.5 miles till the restaurant. So we're gonna make it. Don't worry, everybody. I'll show you guys the food we get. Here we are, first stop. Van did well so far. Grabbing some breakfast here at the local joint. Josh is gonna drive the van over to Dunkin' because he can't eat a lot of food because he's got a bunch of allergies. Well, we got breakfast still at 0 miles, but we made it to the gas station with no problem. We gotta limp it to the shell. These old cars give you like 30, 40 more miles after it says 0 miles still empty, so I was never concerned. We got stuck in the first slowdown of the trip. This is a 24-minute slowdown. Rush hour going into New York City, so it's tough. Traffic finally cleared up. That was like a 30-minute slowdown, I believe. Now we have about 12 hours left in the journey. So we made it into DC. This is about where my driving shift is gonna end. I got a guy off the road over there.
Oh my, that's not bad.
Keep on trucking. Entering Virginia, and the traffic finally cleared up. We took a quick pit stop and put Josh behind the wheel. How do you like the minivan, Joshua?
You know, she gets the job done. She gets the job done. A couple check engine lights, never did any harm, so.
It does. It's got the check engine light and the VSC as I showed you guys. But we got 7 hours 20 left. He's got it in kilometers in the European language. Canadian. Because it's from Canada. All right, so we only have 5 hours remaining in the trip. Sun is starting to go down a little bit. It is 6 p.m., so about dinner time. But we had one more gas stop, and now we're gonna put Nate behind the wheel. All right, I'm finally moving to the back seat. I've been in the front the whole time because I drove and then sat passenger. But we'll see how the leg room is back here. At least I'm not in the very back row like those guys. There's the accident up ahead.
Oh, that's bad. Bro, we saw that car pass us earlier. Damn. We did?
And we're back on the road. So hopefully we just made the last stop of the trip. We just got dinner here and one more fill up. Right now we're on par for the whole trip to be about $40 to $50 per person, which is much cheaper than the flight was. Finally entered South Carolina, the last state. Only 2 hours left. We'll get there by midnight. We made it to the stop tonight. We're staying at the Grayson residence. Is the guy in the America hat. And then tomorrow we're driving the 2 hours to the Airbnb because check-in isn't until tomorrow. So we're gonna hang out here. This is where I got the Thunderbird. It was stored right in that garage there. But yeah, it was about a 19 hour total time spent on the road because the traffic was really bad. Well, it's a new morning and we're staying at Gray's house, like I said. Just a beautiful day out here. How's it feeling, Ben?
Oh, dude, loving it.
Yeah. This is a lot better than the Northeast weather-wise. And of course, we got the van here. I didn't show you much last night, but she made it easily with no problems. And I'm sure it'll make it right back home too. So we ended up staying in Charleston for actually 2 nights, but now we're loading up the van and we're gonna be driving to Myrtle Beach, which is where we're staying for the rest of the time. So I'll show you the stats down here. I resetted the trip meter at the beginning. It's 1,131 miles from Vermont all the way here to Charleston, and we got 19.5 miles per gallon. Look at how low the van is in the back with the 6 people in there plus all the luggage. She's riding low. And we made it.
Where's Greg?
There's a little housey that we're staying at.
Oh,
We got a little avalanche coming out. But we made it. So that's the end of the trip down. There's about 12 of us staying in this little house, so it's tight. It's tight. But we made it. And I will catch back up with you guys in a week when we're on the way home, see if the van makes it that way too. Might throw in a couple of clips from Myrtle Beach. This is one of them. We're on the strip here. We got a Dodge truck blasting music down the road. That is some South Carolina stuff right there. Unfortunately, I'm in the urgent care with Alex because I threw out my back really badly. The thing that happened to me was I have some sciatica. We have a green light. Alex is being a bad driver. So I have sciatica. It's happened to me before. It's not fun. Which will definitely make the 12.5-hour drive home in the car interesting. Maybe add to the experience, but I'm in some serious pain right now. And you may have saw head injury there too. Yeah, got a little bit of a head injury. Good morning, everybody. It's 5 a.m., 4:45 a.m. to be exact. Yes, I do have a black eye a little bit, and my back still hurts. But it's time to head home because the Airbnb has expired. So I slept through South Carolina and North Carolina. Well, we're entering Virginia now. It's 9 p.m., so I got a solid at least 3 hours, and then I've been in and out for the last hour. But I'm back now, and we only got about 9 hours left till home. You can see way over there, that pointy thing, that's the Washington Monument. So we're headed through DC right now. Here's the George Washington Bridge, and here is stop and go traffic as expected. Sun's starting to go down. We're in Danbury, Connecticut. We only got about 2.5 hours left to go. Like I said, sun's going down. Ben's first time behind the wheel. Yes, sir. Love it. And we made it back. What time is it?
Like 8:30.
At 8:53. So we left at 5 a.m. Made it back at 8:53. Not too bad. Well, I was so beat last night after the 16 hours in the car that I didn't even film an outro or tell you guys the mileage of the trip or anything. If you can hear, I'm coming down with a cold. And of course, I got that black eye and the sciatica. So that week definitely took everything I had. But I think that's what spring break is supposed to do. So, oh well, we'll keep it moving. Anyway, let's get into the numbers. So I reset the trip before. We left Vermont, and total trip mileage was 2,166.5 miles. Gas miles we got for the whole trip, never reset this the whole time, 19 miles per gallon, so that includes all the in-town driving and all the highway. That's not that bad. So with all that said, the gas price per person was $50, which is not bad at all for a trip to South Carolina and back. And it's a heck of a lot cheaper than the flights we were looking at, which were over $200 round trip, not including baggage. So definitely the most cost-effective way to travel. So I'm very happy with this van. It sat 6 of us very comfortably. Nobody had any issues. Even the legroom in the back was good. It saved us a lot of money on a flight and everything. And it's gonna be sticking on the channel for a while because it's so versatile. Thank you guys again for watching this video. I'm doing what I can to put out content while I'm in college, but it's not easy. So I sprung at the advantage of a road trip and filmed this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, I will see you next when I can put out another video. So stay tuned, stay subscribed.